Hey, chat. U.S. men's national team roster came out. A lot of players not on the list, notably for injury or coming back from injury, I should say. And Mauricio Pochettino thinking it's better for them to build their fitness, health up, instead of risking them coming to and putting them through all the travel and maybe re-aggravating an injury. So players like Alejandro Sendejas, like Johnny Cardoso, like a Malik Tillman, Christian Pulisic. I'm sure I'm missing somebody in there. Other players like Weston McKinney went through a coaching change, and he's allowing them to hit the ground running with the new coach and to, you know, have things go smoothly for him because he knows who these players are. He knows what they're about, and he most certainly probably already knows they're going to be part of the squad. A few players came back, most notably Joe Scally and Giovanni Reina. Now, Mauricio Pochettino is a prisoner of his own words, often, very much so. He previously stated for you to earn a U.S. men's national team call up, doesn't matter who you are, you have to be playing, and you have to be playing well. Ricardo Pepi comes back in the fold. He was injured, but when he comes back, he's playing A, and he's scoring goals, playing well. B, he's back on the list. That's what it's about. Joe Scally is playing and playing consistently, though Gladbach is terrible, and that's a different story. But he's back on the list. Giovanni Reina is barely playing, coming off the bench, yes, but he hasn't had success. So why is he back on the roster? Well, Mauricio Pochettino, many times when explaining this, used the word special. Gio is a special player. I agree. He is a special player. Now, there's a difference between being held accountable for your words and undermining the team. Should he be held accountable for his words? Sure. Hey, you said this. Explain it. He's explaining to you. That's being held accountable. And I buy it. Gio's a special player. Is it undermining what he is saying or what he previously said? No. That's not the way life works. That is not the way a team setup works. He looked down the roster and he literally said to himself, what I have is not enough. If this player can help me at the World Cup, I need to see so. I need to bring him in. That is what's going on here. Giovanni Reina, he feels, is in a special category with despite of the lack of playing time or success, he still wants to bring him in and see so. Let's not forget, last time Gio Reyna was in camp was March. That's when the U.S. men's national team played in the Nations League, where they lost to Panama and Canada. And in the game versus Panama, when it's 0-0, he looked down the bench. He saw Giovanni Reina. Yeah, I'm good. No, not today. And he called somebody else's number. Brian White, Diego Luna, different players' number. But he sees that maybe what he has today, he can't count on. He sees that if he's going to play with 3 center backs, 5 across the back line, that means no wingers, 2 10s. Christian Pulisic, one of the 10s. The second 10, Weston McKinney, I don't know about that. Malik Tillman, I like Malik Tillman. What if Malik's not available? Brendan Aronson, Alejandro Sendejas, I like Alejandro Sendejas, but he can play multiple positions. Maybe Gio Reyna's the guy there. Maybe that's what he's thinking. I've got zero issue with bringing Giovanni Reina back into the fold, though we do have to bring up the obvious elephant in the room is how many chances will Giovanni Reina have? How many chances, will Giovanni Reina have? We are talking about a player that in previous Nations League moments, finals, semifinals, and finals for the U.S. men's national team has been a baller, a very good player. Goals and assists. He's produced, but it's been quite some time. And at the club level, we may have to seriously ask ourselves if Giovanni Reina peaked at 17. Now, I'm sure if he wasn't playing at Gladbach, and let's say he was playing for a team like PSV in the Eredivisie, he'd probably be playing and he'd probably be scoring goals, giving assists. He'd probably be a playmaker. He'd probably be an important player. And we probably wouldn't be having this discussion. But he's not. He's at Gladbach, which is battling relegation, and he's not playing much. We have to ask ourselves if he's the same player or if he peaked at 17. I think it's the level. I think it's the moment. He should have left the Bundesliga. I probably would have taken a step down. I think that's where Gio needs to go to build his confidence because I don't think it's an issue about his actual game. I think it's his confidence right now and his health. It's his mind, his head, and his health. I think the rest will follow. But it's the last chance for Gio Reyna. He's got this camp to impress because the next chance is in March, and we don't know what's going to happen. We have no idea what is going to happen from now until then. A player with a history of injuries, a player with a history of problems getting on the field. And I don't buy the attitude narrative right now. Like, put that in the past. There are players in all sports with shit attitudes, and if they're good enough, that gets swept under the rug. So do your job, Gio. That's all I ask. Do your job, and the rest is going to follow. I like Poch. Think he is a special player. His ceiling, but that ceiling gets lower and lower as time goes by. He's no longer the 16, 17-year-old kid who's drawing second looks, who we're looking at like, wow, look what he's doing at this age. He's 22 years old now. By world football standards, you are much more a veteran than a young one. So it's last chance saloon for Giovanni Reina with the U.S. men's national team. Drop a comment what you think is going to happen in these next two games for the U.S. men's national team and Giovanni Reina. Give us some predictions. Let's go.